everyone, this is Phoenix here with another video. Today, pretty much I'll be showing the probably most ridiculous thing I've managed to pull off with the Exodia Rental deck. Pretty much recently, I've actually just been using full sleeve most of my destroy dailies lately. Pretty much just having fun, at least to get the normals out of the way, spells, traps, destroy mostly until later on. Pretty much today, when I was actually this deck, pretty much practically I was playing the combo. Pretty much I'm playing my switching game, my ult. There's only because card cards mostly, so if you're going first or second, you set your traps mostly, draw two easily. Micro haze mostly so you can actually leave the spell to your deck up, but also utilize it for creature slot right here. To spot one monster, you can just pass it over and immediately get my helmet back without consequences. The Maca is mostly just a search for your dominant monsters or destroy extra deck monsters, being the case against the reptiles. Exodia mostly for long con, essentially to get all the pieces in, or just have a 5k beat stick that can't be affected by anything. Except for tributes but kaijus, but this fight doesn't have it. I'll start to draw. I raised the purpose of creature swap, 1 TP, so we can start off, take no damage, pass over. Another is mostly is to so we can actually filter our deck. Mostly so we can send extra deck monsters, activate the graveyard effects. Like us grades mostly draw. Usually when I play your opponent's turn, but if you have 2 your first turn, it's a plus usually. Next up, Legacy Yanagrasu, we can mostly just utilize it, draw a card, but we can also use it for creature swap to draw 2. Defense draw so we ignore damage, Dig a Destiny just to draw, but also their secondary effect when it gets destroyed back row cards being Duster or the reptiles in mind. Next up, Diamond Punchman, being the case of destroying monsters. Mostly, you mostly play against reptiles, mostly a lot this whole fest. Mostly, so otherwise it's useless. Obliterates mostly so we can destroy cards and actually send Zoe pieces to the grave, and also to fuel up like the Zoe Carnate. Mostly. Next up, 3 card beasts, 3 elder aunties, mostly destroying Silver, Diamond Attachment, or Nether. Fossil mostly destroying target monsters. We get target anytime we want. It does not the end of the board that's worth it. Fossil just destroy back row. When you utilize Fact Grave. Next time trying this Deep Sea Premium is just to. Sorry about that, I was about to sneeze. Mostly so we can actually just target one back scratch in the back in the deck. Being a case of stone cards that actually get banished mostly, but it links. Mostly average, mostly so we actually link destroy, banish this card, 1 card per game, destroy 1 card field, mostly. But you're mostly going to see like this thing twice out. But since you need 4 monsters, there's really nothing else. It's just there is a whatever at this point, essentially. Since it's just a brick they decided to put in there that's to fill the slots. Nothing much. Clean Deep Sea, pretty much. Everything else is like whatever. Now let's get straight into the match. Pretty much, this looks as though a mirror match, so it doesn't matter since I already got over deck profile. Let's get straight into the match. Now, as we see at melee, I already got 2 pieces of Exodia melee, and we'll set 2 reckless greeds. But Silent didn't go first. They went that to search for Dogma. I got Punishment. Next up, pretty much actually we play a match just call out Nage. Opponent was just probably done Maga Punishment here, destroy back row, I'm pretty sure. Also destroy monsters of the grave. Set 3, pretty much passes here. Activate reckless grades, so they got to draw. Next set, pretty much actually I take 2 reckless grades of my own so I can draw 4. As we can tell, my greed actually got to me, and then next Dogma Punishment, destroy some back row. But the Elder sent. I did get Destiny, but I figured I can actually work with this. But apparently I should have hold off because of the tell because of the punishment there. But it doesn't matter mostly. Next up, I saw Karkar. I was hoping for Fact Crunch actually to put Dig and Destiny. Next time, the just tried Black Row. It has me Dig Destiny. I was like, yes! They fell for the buff. And I draw. Next up, they draw 2, decided to just get the battle phase for some reason. Pretty sure they're thinking probably defense draw. I have Start Goblin here to draw. Then I get my own, get my second punishment. Set. Attack. I was thinking not to attack though, but I was like, I can also get rid of not destroying back row. Next up, I got the third one, but the punishment I was like, yeah, I need to destroy some stuff more. But I should have waited though, but I'm also like, I'm trying to get my destroy daily out of the way. But I'm also pretty sure one is going to be Yada, and I had no reason to actually utilize creature swap for the meantime. I decided Blur-Rate. I decided this is probably my win con at this point. I Blur-Rate mostly so I can put cards back to grave. Next up, I was like, they're going for that, they're going for their own. In my head, I was like, yeah, I need to stall. Find my own decked in as well. Go for card. Just so I can draw. Interesting fact, with the card actually going back to my hand, I actually baited out the last punishment without worrying about consequences. It was my only reason why I played a card there. Next up, I decided to put it back to deck. Now I pretty much actually got decked in like 3 cards released. At this point, I can actually find it at this point. I decided to go for Upstart here. To activate Reckless Greed, I was like, yeah, they could probably find their own. And I was like, yes, I found it, but I'm also going to play card to draw 2 more at this point because I'm going to need the backups point in my head. Next up, pretty much I've set my last Exodia piece there. That's the reason why I had put it there in the first place. Next up, pretty much I normal summon that Dominant Punishment. So they get Punishment online. Set through. So all of them. Defense draw happened, I was like, yeah, I was pretty sure that was defense draw at this point. Point activates about destroying my monster. I was like, that's fine. Next up, pretty much activating my last punishment. This I'm out now Elder, destroy back row. And I was like, take a Destiny again? Then I'm like, yeah, I need to draw some cards. I'm like, how the heck's that? That card is the one thing I always say in most of the duels. It's ridiculous. Now I pretty much actually went for left leg. That's why I saw Exodius. Next time, pretty much that defense draw. But also, pretty much I got put my card Destinies in case I don't need it. Goes all the way back to my hand. Next time, pretty much Exodia Blur-Rate. They're trying to go for normal Blur-Rate strategy. At this point, it's the range to battle this stuff. Next up, range actually activate this. Return to my hand, but I mostly just try and filter. Next up, range I return back to hand. Next up, range I 5,000 immediately. So I'm like, oh, there's the last dig. I'm pretty sure I was pretty sure to dig into it because of how many cards I have left. Exodius return Exodia back to my hand. Upstart happened, I was like, yeah, thanks for my life points. Next time, permission to try and build the own monster. I decided not to at this point. I was like, you know what? I'll just go and this is just going along. And I was like, you know what? I have the life points to decrease, but you don't now. Obliterate's just dead. But also, I realized how much deck our size is. Next up, I start playing Marie. To try and skip draw phases, actually stall. I play set face up. Next up, I have Troll K beater every single turn. And I had 2 defense draws already. My opponent's like stalling his point, looking for the right card, or just trying to deck out. Next time I get Document Punishment, which is just a brick at this point. Since I don't have Narder in hand. Now pretty much I almost sent out Narder. Mahali again. Yadagrasu to draw 2 cards. They're just trying to deck 2 subs out. I decided not to since I decided, you know what, I'm gonna deck them out for lulz. And like my opponent's trying to do it as well. Decided to crush. By doing creatures up there, the technique I told you there. Now there's just destroy. Now I'm like, you know what? They're going to do this to me. They actually thought I had one defense roll, about two. Now I'm like, yes. This is an interesting way to end on. 1 day apiece. But I also filtered my deck enough that I didn't realize it. You know what? 1 day apiece. I'm like, yeah, we'll just end that piece. Then Upstart happened. I'm like, you know what? Here's a gift. Here's a gift of parting ways. Then pretty much actually lose my deck out. This is pretty much the most funniest way to end Exodia on for a mirror match of all things. Make it so that none of them actually have it on. And I pretty much didn't go into my pieces much compared to them. They filtered most of their dogmatas at this point, while I ended up drawing mine naturally. So they decked themselves out more. But I also drew most of my Exodia pieces in the hand, so I had more obliterate targets to work with compared to them. Overall, it's an interesting match to end on for a deck match. Next time, pretty much, I hope pretty much you like it, subscribe, and hit the subscribe button. It's completely free if you guys want to. Peace. Until my next video.